So welcome everybody to the Mario Maker Workshop weekly recap. We had a whole week of Mario Maker stuff. We use these streams as a way to catch people up, to create a record, to give feedback, to ask and answer questions. Pretty much anything the workshop needs can happen during the stream. So if you do not know what the workshop is, it's a pretty much a game design school in which we're exclusively talking about level design. We spent, I'll show you on the website, just give me 2 seconds, but we spent the first segment entirely going over the core of what I consider to be Mario's level design. And we have a website that documents the entire process, so let me switch over to that so you can see it. Here is our workshop lesson hub, and there's me in a Bowser Jr. hat. Kirby Kid, by the way. My name's Richard Terrell. I'm a game designer, and I've been writing about games and working on games for honestly, writing about games seriously since 2008, making games seriously since about 2000 and we'll say 10. Now I'm professionally working in Austin at Gunfire Games, and we just recently released Remnant. But before that, I had always been working on games, making games, studying games, playing games, so this is just one more interesting thing in that entire long history. But yeah, that's me, and here are some of the lessons that we've gone over. So basic layout covers basically what the shape of the level looks like, what the ground looks like, what the platforms look like, and how that creates play spaces. We did basic layout for 2 lessons because there's a lot going on there. And then we talked about coins and how just adding coins to a space changes the way the game plays. It changes how the player feels. It changes the different ways you can create challenges. It's just really interesting. And then we talked about enemies, and enemies are incredibly complex. So the lesson went over all of that. All the details are right there if you want to give it a click. The interesting part is each one of these lessons pretty much came with an assignment, and every time we study a topic, we have an assignment that goes along with it, and we use these streams to go over those assignments. But the last one we did on stream, or one of the last ones we did, is about power-ups. So here, we learned a lot about power-ups. We did this assignment. The website breaks it down so you can learn the lessons we learned, and there's a whole bunch of level maps. These are courses that fellow workshoppers have made. They're interesting. They get more and more interesting by the week. The challenges for these assignments get more and more complex and difficult by the week. So it's just a really good thing that our workshop is keeping along with the difficulty curve. But we work entirely out of this spreadsheet right here. As you can see, let's hope, yeah. We work out of this spreadsheet, and everybody's got a role, everyone's got a name, but we put all of our courses here. We've submitted 140 different courses to just us, making our courses for ourselves, sharing the courses amongst ourselves, and giving each other feedback. And as you can see here, our feedback system has 21 different elements. Yeah, kill that. 21 different elements to think about when trying to understand what the heck's going on in a particular level. So I'm going to highlight these. These cover what I consider to be the basic of Mario gameplay. You're talking about Mario's enemies, Mario's coins, the way Mario does power-ups. Not every game does it like this, but because we're using Mario Maker 2 as our platform of choice, we got to stick with Mario for the beginning. But now we're working on something a little bit more universal and a little bit more abstract. We are in this section, and week 2 of this section. We are studying difficulty design, and here, so the Mario Maker Workshop is a project under the design-oriented umbrella. That's why you are watching the design-oriented stream. And if you check out our design-oriented Twitter, you can find out more information there and kind of do the whole game design Mario Maker thing, whichever one floats your boat. But design-oriented, we have a particular way we break down games. Everything is color-coded because colors are nice, and this original color-coding system was inspired by Mario's original NES colors. So like power-ups are green, enemies are red, orange-ish is the level elements, blue mechanics for like Mario's blue overalls, and then so on and so forth. These purples are actually from the original Metroid, fun fact. But we are in this section over here, and we're talking about difficulty design. And difficulty design considers what a game asks of players and how players can interact with games. It considers all aspects of a game's design, from mechanics, systems, power-ups, level design. Design space, modes, player agency, skill, fun, and flow are concepts that are connected to a game's difficulty. So like I said before, The smaller sort of foundational elements of Mario all are under this blue ring, if you will. And now we are doing some more high level thinking and some more complex comparisons and analysis, and that's when we go beyond. So we're talking about dexterity skill, which is the skill of action, riding, running, jumping, focuses on the physical muscle movement, your ability to move your body or basically control things physically. Because even though there's lots of different ways to sort of understand how your skills work, a lot of people sometimes use very simple systems like mind versus body. A lot of people go a little bit more complex, but ultimately nothing gets done unless you move in some form or fashion. Your lips for talking, your body for moving. But then ultimately none of that matters if you don't have a mind to back it up. So a lot of times we break things down just for clarity and convenience, right? And for us, we break things down using the D card system. So that's here where D for dexterity, K for knowledge, A for adaptation, R for reflex, and T for timing. And each of those breaks down to subcategories, and a lot of those subcategories break down even further. So we have an incredibly accurate and meticulous way of understanding game design and obviously the levels that we're producing. So this week, let me just go over, what am I doing? Yeah, so I'm going to play a lot of the levels that our workshoppers have recently made. And the theme of this week is dexterity. If you look at our spreadsheet, this spreadsheet is public. This is not a secret, right? Everything we do in the workshop is communal. Everything is open. All the levels we play are shared with everyone. All the information that we gather is gathered in these tabs. Whether anybody has an idea for a cool level, we add them all up here. We've got 247 of them. If anybody has any interesting bits of knowledge about how the game works or how to play, we have 358 and counting. And most importantly, we have these principles. And principles are some real game design specific high level stuff. A lot of people have opinions. A lot of people have different kinds of experiences. But as a designer, you really need to understand what underlying rules give rise to certain sets of experiences and have a whole library of rules in your head that govern the arrangement, the placement, or the design of just about everything in your game. Because we're primarily focusing on level design, all of our principles here focus on that. Let me just make this bigger. Boop. No, I didn't want to click on that. No. Okay, cool. So we are in the courses tab, and we have a lot of courses to talk about. So I'm going to pop over to the game and just get right into it. Let me just do this and do this. Nope. This. Course world, and let's go. Okay. Hopefully that takes care of any potential echo that was happening. I think I might have gotten an echo, but that's good. Starting at the... where do we go? Refresh. Assignment number 6, Cape Coin Hunt. We're going to start at the top and work our way down just for simplicity's sake. Hit that. 3 doors, 3 variations for the design-oriented Mario Maker workshop. Indeed, Spock. Spock is one of our newest members. Glad Spock is enjoying the challenge. So dexterity. Reach the goal after grabbing. Oh, did he do the one pipe? Whoa, can't escape. He did the one I was thinking about doing, but I couldn't figure out how to make it work. Okay, so in the original Super Mario World, haha, they're still coming. I want them. Feathers everywhere. In the original Mario World, Super Mario World, this was a triangle block in the corner and you run against it in order to climb the pipe. So he improvised with this little thing. Pretty much the same thing, right? And then now I can do this. Ooh. That's crazy. So I got red up. Yep. And you can go up at any time. And collect as many as you want. Yep, didn't go up high enough. And I've actually never challenged myself to get all of these coins. It was always just like get in and get out as a kid. I guess I can't get the top ones anymore unless I take this back up. Yeah, cool. I don't know how to get little dips after I get... Alright, that's cool enough. So that should have been the easy for dexterity. Now we're gonna do something a little harder. Wow. Oh, is this the easy one? So this is the easy one where you leave a platform at the top, perhaps? What could this be stressing? Which skill? So one of the cool parts is we combed, for this assignment, we combed existing levels in the Mario, in the vast library of Mario's actual courses from his actual games. And we tried to find sections that, you know, stress a particular skill, and then we highlight that design. Oh, I just lost. No big deal. We try to find sections that highlight that specific skill, and then we make a version of that section easy and a version of that section hard. So I think I just did the normal, and I think I just did the easy. Oh no. Hey, did it. Oh, this is the harder one where the space is even wider and you don't grab nearly as many as you want. It's cool to think about what makes this hard, what makes this difficult, and what little things you can... Ah! What little things you can do to make it more challenging. What the heck? Oh no. What was that? It's kind of hard. Like, how do you tell someone it's dangerous down there? You can, I don't know. So here's a hard version. Oh, I don't have coins anymore. This is gonna be not good. Oh well. Nice. I'm not doing a very good job on it. Alright. That's a long flight. What are you doing to me? Keep your height. Long flight. Well, I'm gonna do the hardest one first. I don't know how to do this. Ah! Died again. Well, I had the amount of coins I needed the first time, and it looked like one of these doors potentially takes me to that ending point. Oh yeah, because I got to the end. And what does this do? Switches up the entire difficulty, I guess? Oh, interesting. You can make it easier or harder by basically... That's a really clever way of using the space. So you're supposed to make 3 versions, right? But this level is so big, I don't think you could fit 3 of these long stretches in the actual level. So he made this red block thing that... Oh, that's so cool. I'm gonna die in the end, though. I need to practice this. How do you do this? So you have to actually be dipping down before you want to go up. Like this. Then you go dip up. Yeah, there's a lot about the cape I never learned because this thing is pretty complex. That's not what I needed to do. Alright, let's see if we can beat this. Let's fly out of here! No! It's not true! So I need to remember how to get back here with enough coins. I'm surprised he did that. And I'm not sure what the overall layout of all this is. So this is probably... Oh, so this is the end of the trip. And this is where... Yep, okay. Okay, so what... Look what a little bit of practice does. Now I'm showing off. Nice. And you can keep running this one. Nice. I'm gonna die. That's so cool. I've never actually like... Ah, it's cool too. You can just hold it. I've never actually done that or thought about doing that. But I need to get out of here. I guess I can. Oh shoot! I forgot that was the going off the edge. Cool. That's so cool when you actually have control instead of like, I hope I don't fall. Who wants to hope? And I'm assuming this is the exit door. Oh no! Why am I here? Okay, and then I'll take this, and this will. What hat? What hat? Oh, okay. A lot of so you probably should have color coded the pipes to look different, so you know like where you are and which one's doing what. Maybe you did. A lot of that was unclear. Maybe some arrows would have helped. That whole layout's pretty complex. I'm a little lost, but I think I got the point, and it was a pretty good job. World record, everyone! Let's go. It's so funny how tame I am on stream compared to every other time, except for, you know, being in public. Non-stop swim. Let's do this. New Super Mario Bros. 8-3 remix made for the design-oriented Mario Maker workshop. Indeed, Sarah. Indeed. I need to start making one-offs like this. I'm so stupid. I keep trying to cram everything into one level for whatever reason. I get more maker points by spreading it out too. And workshop points. Okay. Mushroom. Mushroom. Ah! Mushroom! Oh, I didn't even know. I didn't even know you can make big munches like that. Interesting. Wow. So that was the first layer. I'll take it. Yeah, can't kill these guys with fire. And now, so let's say that's the whole segment. So it's probably gonna be. Is that it? I guess the first one had no enemies, the middle one has some enemies, and the last one had a lot of enemies. But which skill? Oops, that was close. Which skill is that supposed to be stressing? It could have been stamina, which is. I guess I didn't even go over the D-card skills. Perfect time to do that now. Hey, we got a guy in the chat. What's up? This is the Mario Maker workshop. It's something that I created to help people learn level design and Mario's game design. So I am playing assignments that fellow workshoppers have submitted. Sorry, I'm not playing user levels right now. What am I doing? Okay, cool. And then do. So here, dexterity. And the D-card bingo, we are trying to fill up this bingo board, as you might imagine. Again, let's just do that. We're trying to fill this bingo board up. You may have seen some of these before, but for enemy bingo, we 100%ed it. Look at that. We knocked it out. Everybody in the workshop chipped in and did filled out one of those cells. We 100%ed the power-up bingo as well. And now we are working on knowledge, which was last week, and dexterity, which is this week. We are 50% of the way to success. And speed is mostly concerned with rapid inputs as far as video games are concerned. Control, inputting very precisely, whether that's an analog stick, motion controls, or feathering digital inputs like D-pads or buttons, you know, controlling your character very precisely. Harmony is when you typically have to do multiple buttons and multiple holds and releases and grips at different timings. It really stresses the individual control of individual muscles, and instead of treating your hand like a gigantic, like either it's open or it's closed in one muscle, having individual control and to be able to wiggle things independently and control things independently is kind of what harmony stresses, right? The more control you have, the more you can have independent things happen without, you know, ruining it. And stamina is essentially doing actions rapidly, potentially. Doesn't even have to be rapid, but over time to where, you know, you start to get tired, right? So we're gonna flip back over to the game, and I think non-stop swimming was stressing stamina. And I'm not sure what that one didn't really do control, so I'm assuming that's stamina. But we're gonna do assignment number 6, birdcage. Oh, I remember. Dude, did I just screw myself over? Okay, so here's the second pass. Ooh. Interesting. Let's grab that. It's kind of an odd timing. Woo. I wonder where this door goes. I guess it's just resetting stuff. Don't need it. Don't need it. Don't need it. Ooh. Now there's no Koopa. Interesting. So, oh, I have to figure out how to float down, and then, oh, this is harmony. I have to figure out how to float down, smack it, and then get back to the side. Oh, that's great. Good thing I didn't put you on stream. That's funny. Hold on, guys. Cool. See, it's good to put a checkpoint right. Ah! That's so funny. That is so funny. I need to get a better hand grip. Dun, 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 dun. So I need to be like. So I can do, let's see. I can just mash both. That's kind of interesting. That's interesting. Developing those techniques is what dexterity is all about, right? So, I don't think, I think when the situation is complex enough, dexterity asks you to sort of find your own way to do your own, to execute, right? And there's no one way to do most things, so whether or not you mash or use some combination of timing and some combination of a new grip or whatever, it's all about getting the job done. But the challenge itself really does set the stage for that. So this one's going to be about control, huh? I should have duck jumped. Yeah, that was neat. Doing the short hops and doing a duck jump. Let's see what else we got here. Is that it? Cool. I'll take it. I need to make more levels like this. Super straightforward. Super short. Do the assignment. Control cavern. That's funny. Oh, cool. Dangerous steps. was about to run straight into that. That was close. I probably could jump that. Okay, cool. Oh, can't jump that though. Neat. Running jump. It's interesting, if you don't see that you have to land on the thing on the opposite side. Neat. Yeah, that brings a camera issue into focus, right? If you don't see where you need to jump, you can't really take that into account for your strategy. Boo-ba-doo boop 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 boo. Boo-ba-doo boop 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 boo. Boo-ba-doo boop 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 boo. Boop 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 boo. So we got New Super Mario Brothers 5-2. Alright. Nice little block there, preventing me from jumping off. Oh, missed. Yep. Interesting. So this must be what the original game did. Really? Maybe there's a hidden block. No? Oh, it's a basic wall cake. Okay, that makes sense. So this is a harder version. Interesting. It's interesting coin placement. And you have to wall jump off this. Sure. It is a little bit more complex than the other one. I swear I butt stomped by hitting up. Nice reprisal. We in there.
Oh yeah, Mario time.
Huh. Three, 4 stamina. I just jumped right in the hole. I missed a meter jump. Jump right on that. Interesting. Okay. Why is Bowser here? Get out! Get away from me, Bowser. That's interesting. Yeah, just having to jump a lot more than normal. That was a lot of jumps at the end. Interesting. Nice simple way of doing it too. You don't have to go extreme. You just have to present 3 cases, right? The original, and then you make an easier one. Hopefully that one comes first. And then you do the harder one at the end. It makes a nice little standard pacing, if you will, of getting harder, and then finish. Man, this is cool. I miss... Yep, too many. I need to refine that. Yeah, that's quite a lot of ups. Squids will never jump on your head if you're walking. A little bit more tight. Oh, that's it. The whole thing. Sure. Bros 3, so good. So this one's the slightly easier version, I guess. Yep. So that's the easy version. It only has 4. And then one enemy here with the 4. And then a whole bunch with no enemy. This one should probably have an enemy. But I guess that little part's tight enough. Ah, what's happening in your stream? Let me adjust that. Okay, cool. Conveyor cave. Nope, not a part of the assignment. Assignment 5, duck and run. Yeah, so that was from last week. But when was this posted? Cause did I do this on stream? They don't even have a date on this thing? What? What? How do you know when these levels were posted? Did I miss it? Yeah, 9/6. So that was 2 days ago? So, okay, so I don't think this was on the last stream. I'll go ahead and play it. Assignment number 5 is focusing on knowledge, skill, and in this one you have to reach the goal after picking up at least 3 1-up mushrooms. Kind of an interesting way to put a limiter on things. Boop. I like this little dip here to make sure that I can... Oh no! No! I should have moved faster. Or taken the hit. Oh, no! Oh, I'm not paying attention. Well. Yeah, let's restart. So, a series of 3, the first one being easy. Stressing less knowledge skill, if you will. This one, you don't even have to think ahead that much. You don't have to worry about consequences. It falls into a divot and you're like, oh, look, something's foreshadowing something. This one, is that freaking out on the stream too? You can just jump like that, and then you go forward and you're like, oh no. Almost fell down a hole. And then this one you need to kick a turtle shell into. Get there fast enough and make sure you keep track of them. That's probably channels. Keeping track of multiple things at the same time. You can definitely feel the difference. I think my stream is just freaking out. We'll keep it short then. I liked it already. Channeling, yeah, we did the channeling the high seas last time. Cool, so those are all the submissions. I turned mine in, actually. But I don't really need to play it on stream if I'm going to be playing more levels like this next week. But it's called Spin to Win Dexterity. And I uploaded the ones I showed on stream last time. Assignment number 5, assignment number 5, assignment number 5. Not a lot of people can beat these, but they're interesting. So give those a shot. I'll close the stream off by showing off a little bit of what we're doing in the worksheet here. Boop, 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 boop. So you just saw examples from the dexterity assignment. Next week we'll do reflex, and we're just going to keep rolling right along. Anybody at any time can go back and fill in some of these gaps for extra practice or for fun. You obviously get points for it. With that said, the bonus bingo, the first bingo we ever did, is still missing a few slots. So if you're new to the workshop and you're doing the assignments, we are looking forward to you filling these in. I don't think you should worry about these. Worry about these blank ones first and not the everyone ones. But let's take a look at the courses tab and see what's been happening. So that's probably really small on your screen. I'll do 150 and we'll go to the bottom like that. That's good enough. Okay, cool. So spin to win dexterity. Oh, Spock just put up one while I was streaming. Cape Coin Hunt. Yeah, that's interesting. I did just play that one. So this is an example of what it's like to fill out course information, right? So gameplay ideas. What ideas does the level feature? If they are in the course maker, or if you are the course maker and you use ideas, you can go ahead and put them in. This one was basically fly or die. Something like that. Flying long distances with precision. Something like that. Theme is just basic coins and pipes. Really nothing beyond that. Coins and pipes. Pretty basic. Clever use. Where is this gonna go? Well, and then basic layout, I can say tall pipes. Too tall for flying over. Clever use of the lava lifts and tracks to simulate the triangle corner things from SMW. Otherwise, yeah, just flat and stuff. Okay, enemies, none. Coins, lots. Okay. So, you know, some of the things it says here are all the coins obtainable in one go, perhaps. Are there any free coins given to you where you don't have a choice to grab them? I don't think so. Are there any coins that you can't grab but you can see? I don't think so. And were they conservative placement? So Super Mario World in general is it's a Mario game that kind of went crazy with the coin rule. So we have a lot of principles we talk about, and a lot of, I'll just do the filter so you can see. Course breakdown, clear coins. So these are all of our principles about coins, right? And Super Mario World broke some of these. It broke see coin, get coin. That's probably about it. Design a course so that every coin possible can be collected in one attempt without dying failure. So it didn't do that one, and it didn't do see coin, get coin, right? But since he was modeling it after Super Mario World, it's kind of interesting. So for principles, I can do, well, I'll go over here, and principles, see coin, get coin, and gotta catch them all. Cool. I'll just put that there for now. And go back here. Lots. In horizontal rows. Perfect for flying with style. Power-ups, cape, gotta fly. Nothing more to it. Difficulty, dexterity. You got a little bit of a bit of stamina going on for the long flights. You know, there's flying techniques in general. Must know how to fly far by continually, I don't even know what they call that, buoying upwards. Nothing really here. Reflex, nothing. Timing, just based on the cape flight timing. Making sure Mario is diving before pulling up. Stuff like that. Knowledge. So okay, I could also say the basic layout is a bit confusing with the three main areas. The doors and how they looped were kind of hard. Looped were hard to place on the map, mental map. Difficult design, blah, 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 fairness. So I had no idea the hardest version had a bottomless pit. Layers, the first section, I guess the middle section, has an option to hit the red dotted, or the switch block to deactivate the red dotted line blocks. This frees up the space for a faster run, but a harder one. Secrets, who knows? It's modeled after a bonus room, so I'm gonna guess probably not. Pacing, kind of weird with the doors, kind of weird with the doors at the beginning. I didn't know which one was easy or hard. I can assume, but you know. Beyond that, being able to do them out of order, but then have to fly to a specific spot to finish the level is odd. Speed runnable, probably. Because the coin clear condition count is so high, proper flight technique is probably the differentiator. Development, I mean, yeah, just a standard assignment, Descartes assignment, development. Well, besides the non-linear access to the areas. Counterpoint, none. None. Principles, we're going to go to our principal feedback helper. I'm just going to copy this. I'm going to right click and say paste values. Control Shift V, and then there we go. Those are the principles. I think it broke, but it's for good reason. Clarity. How are the gameplay idea or challenges communicated? I think it was pretty clear. I understood everything, especially after I died. So that's good enough. I need to make sure my face is on the stream. I guess the only thing that wasn't clear is the end near the goal and the doors for the hardest area. I got mixed up. Camera. Well, didn't see the bottom list pit, so maybe that. Did I put that in fairness already? Yeah, cool. That's 100% feedback. 21 very precise things to say about that level. Easily jotted down here. We can take a look at Nonstop Swim and see what was already put in. Just do a little formatting. Avoidance of giant munchers and going fast. Pretty much. Consistent use of pipes that munchers come out of all the way to the top. So yeah, there's just one enemy. Long underwater shaft you swim up. Basically, it's pretty skinny too. Giant munchers and bumpers. Bumpers. Yeah. Coins represent the reach of giant munchers. Oh, so they teach you the first time. That's interesting. One super mushroom and one fire flower. I guess if you keep your power up, you get to earn the fire, but it doesn't do anything. So that's kind of odd. Dexterity, rapid swims get you up faster and away from the munchers. Yeah, if you swim really fast, you're not in danger at all. Everything else can be nad. Bleach, why didn't you take your free points? I'll take them. there's nothing dynamic in the entire level too. So like everything is clearly visible. A lot of the levels uneventful because of the game brings out enemies from pipes so slowly. There's almost no threat if you go fast. Yeah. Layers, none. Secrets, as far as I can tell, none. Pacing, just got more difficult. Speed runnable. Boring, probably. Boring. Not suitable for speed running. Just swim up and go. Development counterpoint, none. Principles, I didn't think, it was just so simple. Didn't break any principles that I can remember. You take one mishap on your first time, but then you know when there are giant munchers will get you for the ones that don't have warning coins. You might make one mishap. Camera was locked. That pretty much almost knocks that one out. I can't do any on my own. Birdcage. That one was interesting. But yeah, that's just an example of going over some of... Let's do Jump a Lot Castle. Jump a lot and avoid things that hurt you. Bowser's Castle. Standard stuff. There are lava bubbles and fire rod. Fire bars on a small platform makes it difficult to take. Brute force. Bleach, why do you always describe things, let's see. Yeah, Bleach. Why do you always describe things like this here when this is only asking about the shape, like asymmetry, is there enough room to run, stuff like that. You don't have to comment on what that means for the gameplay. You just comment on the shape for the most part. One must hop and dodge constantly. So the basic layout, we're talking about just like we did with assignment number 1, we're talking about the arrangement of basically the blocks in the ground. So you don't really need to consider enemies here. This should go here. So, comment. This should go under the enemies tab. Use this section to only talk about the shape of the level, like the ground or the platform assignment. Nope. Nope, don't look at all those. You say Bleach. Yeah, hey Bleach, what's up? But yeah, just think about it. You can edit it live if you're in the document, but yeah, it says right here, 1 block platforms, small gaps, small Mario. Think about stuff like assignment number 1, and here's where you can talk about. Move this over to here. Coins, no coins. Powers 1 mushroom. The mushroom, you can say here, let's see, frequency, variety, obtainability, any special application, unique application. So you can say what this mushroom's good for. I guess mushrooms are always good for about the same thing, but here you can say gives you 1 damage boost, basically. There are no blocks to break, so there's only so many properties that Super Mario has over Small Mario. If there are no narrow gaps to fit into, or jumps aren't harder because you're Big Mario, then the only thing it's good for is a damage boost. So you might describe that here. And you should probably call it a Super Mushroom. Lots of jumping and avoiding. Yeah. Lava bubble. That's interesting. It's both reflex and timing. So adaptation, I'm gonna put, did I put this? So I'm gonna change this one, Bleach, and I'll take the credits. But when Bowser starts throwing fire, the randomness is certainly something you have to adapt to. It's just how it is. Otherwise, the combination of the lava bubbles and the fire bars, are they called fire? He keeps calling them fire rods. What are they called? We're gonna find out. Fire bar, yeah, they're fire bars. The combination of the lava bubbles and the fire space bars, like that. I didn't know how to spell it. And you're not seeing this. The combination of the lava bubbles and the fire bars create complex timing challenges. The different platforms aren't synced, and the lava bubbles spawn 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 in on based on Mario's speed position, basically. So that creates a lot of, you're gonna get a lot of varied timings out of that, which is pretty neat. Cool. When Bowser starts throwing, maybe Marcus can jump on the mic and play my level so we can hear what it sounds like. Yeah, Firebar has a space in between. We can fix that later. Knowledge, extra moves. Getting past Bowser is always a thingy. Fairness. So there must be some tricky combinations of random Bowser fire, but you always have the ability to back up in this game so you can see it coming and make the right decision. So it's still fair, but you gotta know what you gotta do. Power-ups, coins, secrets, multiplayer. Huh. Don't know. You know, it gets harder. So I can copy this one. Oh. Okay. Standard decart assignment casing where these sections get harder. Speed runnable, perhaps. It may be a bit more interesting to figure out the jump points in the hardest section. Let's see. Courses. A horse is a horse, of courses. Jump a lot castle. Let's run it. Yep. Interesting. I like it when in speed running potential sections, they give you a choice of getting like the power up or not, and you're like, that would slow me down. You're like, I don't want to be slowed. See how the firebars are all coming up at the same rhythm right there? Ah! See? That was close. Let's do this. See that? Let's do this, Bowser. Get out of my way. So it's cool right there. You recognize the pattern of the fire bars, and since they're synced up, you know, pattern-wise, you're like, well, if this one is, I easily made the timer, and this one's getting close, I know the second one's probably gonna hurt me, so you know you need to make it. Greg! Now I gotta find something smoother. Yep, smoother than death. am I doing? Thinking about other things. So this is interesting. When you're thinking about short-term memory, a lot of people, this is kind of what happens a lot when you are finding speedrun paths. You gotta remember this stuff. No! So that's probably the path I need to take. I wish I had not done that. But yeah, you have to remember the things you did, and it's easy to just go with the flow, right? But it's harder to be like, what did I do? Like, why did I do that? Especially with frequent resets, and your brain may not be able to handle all that. Yep, too fast. I could just jump on that one right there. Do 2 short hops. I guess it's about as dangerous. Just do 1 short hop? Yeah, so you have to jump on top of the coins to do a short hop right there. That's interesting. Like short, no, it's just not. Oh wait, I was supposed to land beyond the fire. Well, that's not gonna work. I wish I didn't hit that. That's fine. I found myself saying things out loud when I want to remember them, but then I also find myself ignoring what I'm saying and thinking about other stuff. I might need a new technique. So this one I just went with the flow, right? So you just go with the flow, but it'll catch up to you right there. So I just desynced it right there. That's really neat. Bowser. That's really neat. It's exactly what I was talking about. You're like, oh, if I'm slowly losing time, then just do basically a jump on the offbeat. Give me that, Greg. Cool. So, other things that we'll be doing in the workshop, slowly collecting knowledge and principles. We're going to be focusing a little bit more on principles in the next few weeks. Trying to extract principles from these particular assignments that we've been doing. So, like, knowledge-wise, if you look across so many Mario games and you don't really find a good example of X type of skill being stressed, then we can extract a principle out of that. So if you're saying like, oh, Mario never makes you memorize long chains of things, like standard Mario, good Mario, then we can make a principle something like, I guess we can just keep it simple. Cart limit knowledge LTM. That'll be for now. So like Mario never makes the player memorize a sequence of jumps to perform well. The LTM largely focuses on secrets and navigation. Stuff like that. And we'll think about these as a group and see how that shakes up. Or you can say, well, we can say never make the player do this, and then we can say, does Mario do this? Mario levels never make the player memorize a bunch of sequence jumps. And then we can say exceptions, purpose, being an action game, players should focus on playing in the moment and on their toes. That's what makes Mario so exciting, especially considering how the enemies and the counterpoint of the game elements tend to create interesting / distinct new gameplay possibilities. So rather than memorizing a plan, just get in there and see what you find. That's what gives Mario a ton of replayability. So that's expressed like that. So, and we could put something like always, or usually, and then we can say the exceptions. If you're trying to make a kaizo or you have a very short, like 10 seconds, 10 to 30 second obstacle course, then it is much more reasonable to require the player to memorize a bit of stuff. Course breakdown. Yeah, this is difficulty design hallway, obviously. DO topic. Nope, not design space. No. Cool. Yeah, so we'll be doing that throughout the week. Thinking back on all of our... Basically, because we're doing this D-card bingo, we are covering so much ground, right? We have so many games that we've looked at, and we've looked at so many levels for each of these games, trying to find something that we can do for the assignment. So collectively, as a group now, instead of like picking one of our favorite Marios and knowing a lot about that between us, which is what's really cool about communal learning, is we get to cover a lot of bases without doing a lot of groundwork ourselves. So looking forward to doing that and fleshing that out throughout the week. So that's pretty much it for our stream today. We are going to cover more of the assignment 6s next Sunday. In addition to the assignment 7s, the next topic, like I said, is reflex. We're doing it all again with another D-card skill, and we're just going to keep rolling along. So I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions, check us out at designoriented.net. You can find our Twitter at designoriented. You can find me at KirbyKid, and you feel free to ask any questions in our Discord, the link to which can be found on our website or on our Twitter. Either way, you can get to us any way you want. We'll answer your questions. So until next week, guys, have fun.